over Sock, and not only dropping one game in the group stage, 2-0 versus Morrow, 2-0 versus Sock.
I mean, what a funny game, I will say. I mean, the cannon rush into cannon defense against the cannon rush into counter cannon rush. Both players loving cannons in that series, but you know, I just love the fact that Mana played that out so calmly. Just had a focus on economy, on probes, on continuing to progress, and I think that if Sake had really just kind of went back to more normal play faster, he would have pulled out in the lead.
I think you spent more time laughing in that game than you did actually commentating.
I laughed a lot in that game.
You did. It was very funny.
It was. There were more cannons going down. The best part was that Mana was building cannons right in front of the other cannons. And the probes, just like continuing to throw them down, and it was actually very, very impressive the way that Mana forced all of Sake's probes to not mine for so long. I mean, those cannons were never going to get finished in the back of Sake's main, but it was such a long amount of time of no mining for Sake.
You know, when Sok put the 2 pylons down below the ramp, I didn't actually know you could build a pylon and then squeeze through with a probe.
Yeah,
that was actually a really smart technique.
Very clever. You can do solid wall-offs at the front that no probes nor units can fit through, but if you build the pylons at the right angle, the probes pop through to the other side. Very Brood War-esque.
Very Brood War-esque. And we are just waiting for results on Servant versus Nama to decide who will play.
It looks like Nama against Servio, are in fact getting ready to play their series. That is the one we will not be casting this morning, but good news, it's our last quarterfinal match to be casted today. It's going to be Fenix against Tyler coming up right now. Let's go ahead and host it. Yeah, that's right. You're correct. I do think that deserves a cheer. I agree with you, fine crowd.
LiquidTyler versus Fenix. The 2 Americans that have flown over here are going to face off against each other. And this is going to be a really good game. Fenix, fantastic player, and LiquidTyler, also a fantastic player. Fenix taking out Mad Frog 2-1 in the round of 16. And LiquidTyler taking out Action Jesus 2-1. Did manage to lose a game versus Action Jesus.
Did manage to lose a game against a 6 pool of Action Jesus. He is 2 for 3 with 6 pools in this tournament, as a matter of 3 for 4. That's right. He won 2 games in his qualifying stages with 6 pools. Beat Tyler once with a 6 pool, and then lost a tragic 3rd game after a 6 pool.
Yeah, no, every game he won was 6 pool, and the majority of games he lost was 6 pool as well. That's quite funny.
But either way, a real fun mix of styles at this tournament. Now, LiquidTyler is using the restroom. He will be back, I hope, shortly. So
and the first map is going to be on Lost Temple. The second map is...
Let's find out what the map rotation is. It is Lost Temple, Xel'Naga Caverns, and Metalopolis. Surprise!
It's like been the same maps every series.
I know, it's Xel'Naga Caverns, and then Xel'Naga Caverns again for the final map.
And then Lost Temple.
There's been a few maps on Scrap Station. I'm trying to think that I think the least played map in this tournament so far has been Steps of War. That map has a very odd dynamic to it where it's either a rush wins or a long late-term strategy wins. There's really no good maneuvers in the mid-game on that map, with the exception of perhaps tanking from the low ground. So it looks like Fenix also is continuing to warm up, so we're going to just go ahead and kill a little bit of time up here on the main stage.
So, Lost Temple, first map of this game between Tyler and Fenix. What kind of styles can we see from both players? Fenix, I mean, let's start with Fenix to start off with. How do you think he's going to play? You know him very well. I mean, being an American player, you've casted a lot of his games. How do you reckon he's going to play?
Both of them have a very unique style. I mean, the one thing that's always notable about Fenix is where his units exist on the map. Too often, in fact, almost always, damn it, people keep going, well, if he makes that unit, what unit should I make? And there's so many other things to consider. A lot of times, if he makes those units, then I need vision in these locations, or I need to have my units positioned here. And Fenix, he makes a lot of the same units that everyone else makes, but they're always positioned very close to the opponent's base. So what happens is, if his opponent, say, splits his army up, Fenix will just crush the weaker half. Or if his opponent moves out, Fenix can always be counterattacking. Anytime the opponent makes any mistake at all, Fenix can exploit it.
Yeah, that's what I've seen through, watching his games throughout the tournament. He's an extremely smart player, uses position extremely well, and that's key with playing Terran, is that you have to abuse positions. The games we saw against the Muslim, he abused positions on Security Tower really well. The way he played against Mad Frog, the way he cut Mad Frog's hatcheries in half, so that he only had to deal with half the amount of units every time. Extremely smart player, very intelligent, and Tyler, though, on the other hand,
Uh-huh.
naturally talented, hardly plays, and keeps up there with the top
Wait,
of the
did
best.
you say hardly plays?
Does he hardly? Well,
He plays so much.
Oh.
You're crazy.
Uh-oh. I'm like, oh.
You know, the one thing that's interesting to note about Tyler is that he actually, I would say, has the most unique practice regimen of all the people in this tournament. For instance, I'm going to open up the friends list right now to look at the other competitors, and we see things like, you know, in-game, in custom game, searching 1v1, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But Tyler, it says, in match against AI. He plays against the computer just to refine his own builds. In a sense, Tyler is one of the few players who says, my biggest enemy is going to be myself. It's going to be me making the mistakes, me forgetting what order I'm doing things in, me getting nervous, me not having a really well-refined build. So he takes care of all of that. So honestly, I've seen him do you know, things where he'll play 40, 50 games against a computer in a row, fleshing out a build before he even tries it out on the ladder.
And that's actually a very unique style. Not many players do that. Only Tyler, I've heard, practices against the computer to refine his build.
Oh my gosh, and in exciting news, he has made it back successfully from the restroom. Everything came out all right. So we will be going directly into the last quarterfinal match of the day. It is LiquidTyler against Fenix.
Oh, that was funny. Sorry.
Go ahead, laugh it up. You deserve it, Diapollo.
I know I didn't laugh that much that last game with the cannons.
Yeah, I got my giggles out all last game. So if you would like the Peruvian aggro Terran Fenix to win, give a cheer for Fenix!
And if you'd like the Team Liquid star to win this game, make some noise for LiquidTyler.
Now, honestly, Fenix is one of the few players out there who really just gets so many fans purely from his play style. You get, you know, a lot of the creativity from the other players, their good humor, but I mean, Fenix, his English is not good. He's generally a very quiet, focused individual, but you can just see so much brilliance and creativity just through how he plays SC2.
And Tyler's such a nice guy. It's the first time I met him at this event, and he is such a polite, kind gentleman.
Yeah, he is quite gentlemanly, I will admit. He's very sort of princely in his little personality. And anyways, there's a supply depot getting built at the left side of Fenix's base. In the meantime, we do have that pylon down for LiquidTyler. LiquidTyler has a unique PPT where he will often get a lot of gateway units off 3 to 4 gateways and then not attack at the typical times. He'll rush for a warp gate, he'll have 8 units, and that's normally when most players would push in for the kill, but he waits until he has 16, 20 units, seems uncomfortably long, and so many Terrans do not know how to defend it, even if they do anticipate it.
Tyler sending out a scout after the gateway. On the other hand, Fenix not sending out a scout at all. Maybe he's just going to wait until even the SCV building the barracks has been waypointed back into the mineral line, so he won't be scouting after the barracks either, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
He is sending out one SCV now to scout from the command center. Refinery just finishes up now. I like the pylon placement by Tyler, actually. This pylon just on the lower ground here, it can actually hide a lot of tech structures away from Fenix if Tyler wanted to do that.
Always very important to spread out your tech structures as Protoss due to the fact that with Warp Gate it does not matter where your gateways are. So of course no reason to have them all blocked together. Wall off areas of your base. Put gateways in scout positions. Nothing wrong with having a Warp Gate here and here because again their placement just doesn't matter.
And a Marauder being built first from the tech lab. I would have expected a Reaper, but no, the Marauder is being built out first. Is the upgrade going to be done though? No, he's not going to go for the upgrade at all. So this is quite an interesting style of play. Will he be going for any form of bunker? He might just go inside the base with this SCV to scout out what is happening. Will he be going? He might even go for a fast expand off this. A lot of players do like to go for one Marauder into an expand build.
I'm wondering where the supply depot is in all this. We haven't seen one yet. It looks like now he is moving back to the front of the base, and there's the supply block right there. And oh gosh, I'm still looking around. Is there going to be any depot?
There it is.
Oh, there it is. That is
when you said that, I'm like, no, surely Fenix won't make that mistake. Surely you're wrong, Day 9. But no, you are correct.
I'm
the supply depot was late, and because he got supply blocked, he's like, okay, well, I can't build any units, so I might as well just go straight for a reactor onto the barracks.
Yeah, you know, that is a smart play. I can't tell if that's a response play or if he just decided that in advance. Either way, he is completing the wall off with yet another depot at the front of his base. Reactor almost finished, factory almost done. Second gas guys are up. Meanwhile, Tyler getting the double gateway. And I mean, this really is a testament to how refined Tyler's builds are. Look at this gateway, the timing on the Stalker, identical to the other gateway. Literally completely lined up.
And Tyler might be in a bit of trouble here, Day9, because if we look in the base of Fenix, he's gone for the starport with the tech lab on it, and if he decides, he has got the double refinery down, if he decides to go for a Banshee with Cloak, and in Tyler's base, he only has 4 gateways, it will be turned into warp gates, and a cloaked Banshee could be a lot, or could cause a lot of trouble for Tyler.
Tyler now moving around this right side of the map. Look at that very meticulous placement. Fenix, again, I just cannot believe he made that supply depot blunder at the outset of the game, but still staying very focused, continuing to play off very intelligently, getting a Banshee up. Big question will be, is that cloak going to come up? He almost has enough for it. Yes, look at that timing, getting it thrown down almost immediately. Very, very nice play by Fenix.
And Tyler could be in a world of trouble. He's trying to sort of put a pylon down next to this gold expansion. It is spotted, though, by Fenix, and he is just going to, because he doesn't really have that many units out, he's just going to try and camp. Actually, that wall isn't even tight, but he's just going to try and camp within his main, got this bunker up. He might even decide to get a second bunker up, because all these units from Tyler are streaming down, and there is still no robotics facility down at all. One Banshee will be going straight to the base of Tyler, but he really, really needs to hold this line.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult to defend, and there Fenix does get the chance to march into the base. He doesn't see anything. He's going to be getting real suspicious, but he still hasn't seen anything in the top corner, and look at how many units Tyler has out right now. Does not have that many sentries. Does look like the Banshee is getting very close to done. It will be rallied directly to the base. Don't forget, though, that the Banshees do have energy. If that runs out, that can be devastating, and he's going to march right up into the main. He does see that the bunker is up on the high ground, and Tyler misclicks. A key mistake, and it looks like he will be pulling back. He has completely abandoned this plan, is going back to making probes. Will he be expanding sometime soon? No robotics facility getting constructed. He saw the bunker and got very suspicious.
Yeah, he knows exactly what's going on, and here comes the Banshee, and it has so much energy, 85 energy, and Tyler, in trouble. The robotics facility is nowhere near completion. Stalkers are being now it turns into Cloak.
Oh, we've seen so many games in this tournament where one player gets a cloaked Banshee. The Protoss is not expecting it, and it is just devastating. Tyler has so few options at this point. He is just going to be running his probes, saving the chrono boost, not spending the money, and trying to find out any way he can to bust this aggression.
And I'm trying to think what Fenix can do behind this. He's still just building Banshees. He's not, I think he might actually try to expand now. Yeah, he does put down the command center, but so many probes are going down. Banshee has 11 kills now.
And it has 18 energy, 17. It still can get a few more kills. It has 12 kills on it. That's so many in the unit counting station. 16 probes versus 29. And it looks like Fenix is going to continue to run out. Escapes with just a few points of energy remaining. Very, very well executed play by Fenix.
A little bit of a mistake by Fenix is that